The stars above Earth were calm, as if watching the world below without a sound. But in the silence of space, something terrible approached. The first signs were faint, a flicker in satellites, strange readings in observatories, but soon, the truth became impossible to ignore. Alien ships, massive and dark, moved across the solar system like shadows. They were fast, precise, and silent, and Earth's people had no idea what was coming. In the capital cities, life went on as usual. Children played in parks, workers moved through crowded streets, and families shared dinners. No one imagined the destruction that would arrive so suddenly. Then the sky opened and fire rained down. Cities that had stood for centuries crumbled in minutes. Machines that were supposed to protect humans failed against the alien weapons. The sound of explosions, of steel breaking and glass shattering, filled the air. In New York, Captain Lara Singh watched from the rooftop of a damaged building as one of the massive alien ships hovered over the city. Its surface glimmered in a strange way, like liquid metal. She felt a chill run down her spine. The alien fleet had no mercy, no hesitation. Entire neighborhoods disappeared beneath concentrated energy beams. Yet even as fear tried to grip her heart, Lara felt something else: anger. Humans had survived for thousands of years through fire, ice, war, and famine. They would not bow without a fight. Across the world, similar scenes unfolded. In Tokyo, an engineer named Hiro Tanaka used every bit of knowledge he had to protect a group of trapped civilians. In Nairobi, a young medic named Aisha Kamau ran through the rubble to rescue those who could not move. Ordinary humans without superpowers or advanced technology performed heroic acts. Their courage burned brighter than any fear. The aliens believed humans were weak. They thought the fight would be easy, that resistance would crumble like dust in the wind. But they did not understand one thing: humans never gave up. They adapted, they improvised, and they fought back in ways no machine could predict. Even as human cities fell, small pockets of defense formed. In underground bunkers and hidden military bases, leaders coordinated emergency plans. Scientists and engineers worked day and night, repurposing old technology to fight a new enemy. They built weapons from scraps, guided by sheer intelligence and determination. For every alien strike, humans found a way to respond, but the aliens were relentless. The fleets moved in perfect synchronization, cutting through cities like a knife through cloth. Entire continents seemed to bend beneath their power. From space, Earth looked tiny, fragile, almost insignificant, and yet, even as smoke and fire blanketed the planet, the people below refused to break. Meanwhile, deep inside the Earth, something stirred. It had been dormant for millennia, buried beneath rock and soil. No human had ever known its full power. Scientists had noticed strange patterns in the planet's magnetic field, small anomalies that seemed to respond to massive energy disruptions, but no one had understood them. Now, as cities burned and oceans roared, the Earth itself began to awaken. Its energy, ancient and intelligent, pulsed like a heartbeat. Captain Lara Singh's team fought desperately in the ruins of Manhattan. They had no chance of stopping the alien ships directly, but they found ways to slow them down. Using collapsed buildings as barriers and repurposed energy weapons, they caused minor malfunctions in the invaders' technology. It was not much, but it was enough to give civilians time to escape. In space, human satellites that survived the initial attack began to act strangely. Communications bounced back with interference, and sensors detected patterns that could not be explained. Engineers realized something astonishing. Earth itself seemed to be reacting. Where aliens destroyed human structures, the planet retaliated in small but precise ways. Volcanoes rumbled unexpectedly, storms gathered in targeted regions, and wildlife behaved in coordinated movements that hindered the invaders. The aliens, confident in their conquest, could not understand it. Their technology, advanced beyond imagination, failed to predict these responses. They saw humans fight, but they did not yet realize that humans and Earth were connected in a way they could not measure. Hiro Tanaka and his team discovered a small anomaly in the magnetic readings. He stared at the data, eyes wide. "It's like the planet is alive," he whispered. Aisha Kamau, listening through a communication line, nodded. "And it's helping us," she said, her voice filled with awe. Despite the chaos, human courage remained unstoppable. Soldiers, medics, engineers, and ordinary citizens fought side by side. Lara Singh led a small squad through the ruined streets. rescuing survivors and repelling alien patrols with clever traps. Each victory, small as it was, gave hope to the others. Humanity refused to give in. The aliens realized too late that they had underestimated the humans. They had assumed intelligence alone would win the battle, that technological superiority meant control. They did not account for creativity, courage, or resilience. Every plan they made was met with human adaptation. Every strike they thought decisive was met with human ingenuity. By the end of the first day, Earth was scarred but unbroken. Cities lay in ruins, millions were displaced, and the alien fleet still dominated the skies. Yet beneath the rubble and fire, humans began to understand something extraordinary. This was not just a fight for survival, it was a fight for the soul of their planet. And deep within the Earth, the ancient power continued to grow. It sensed the determination of its inhabitants, their refusal to surrender. It pulsed in response, waiting for the right moment to awaken fully. The aliens might have believed they had destroyed humanity, but they did not yet know the full strength of Earth itself. Captain Lara Singh looked over the city from the rooftop one last time before night fell. Fires burned, sirens wailed, and the alien fleet hung ominously in the sky. Yet in her heart she felt something stronger than fear. "We are not finished," she said quietly. "Not now. Not ever." And somewhere deep below the surface, Earth seemed to answer. The night after the first strike was quiet in a way that felt unnatural. Fires still burned across the cities, smoke rising in thick clouds, but the alien ships above had paused. They hovered silently, scanning for life, certain that the survivors would be too frightened to act. They did not understand that humans had never been afraid of impossible odds. Deep in the ruins of London, a small group of survivors huddled in the basement of a collapsed building. Among them was Dr. Elena Reyes, a geophysicist who had spent her life studying the hidden energies of the Earth. When the aliens attacked, she had been in a research lab, examining magnetic fluctuations. Now she stared at her instruments wide-eyed. The readings were impossible. Earth itself was reacting to the destruction. "Look at this," she said to her team, pointing at the screen. "The magnetic fields are shifting. But it's not random. It's like the planet is thinking." Her assistant, a young engineer named Marco, frowned. "Thinking? You mean alive?" "Yes," Elena whispered. "Alive and aware of what is happening on the surface. Every explosion, every strike. It's responding." Outside, the winds began to howl. Lightning streaked across the sky, but it did not follow ordinary weather patterns. It struck alien machinery, disabling their weapons and sensors. Vehicles crashed, communication lines failed, and alien patrols became disoriented. Earth's response was subtle but precise, targeting only the invaders. Humans began to notice. In New York, Captain Lara Singh's team was leading a group of survivors through the rubble. Suddenly, a tremor shook the ground beneath them. A nearby alien walker fell over, its legs bent and useless. "What just happened?" asked one soldier. "Earth," Lara said simply. "It's helping us." Across the planet, similar events occurred. Volcanoes rumbled in South America, sending ash clouds into the sky, hiding human positions and grounding alien aircraft. Tsunamis formed in precise locations, disrupting enemy supply lines. Storms gathered over alien bases, knocking out energy shields. Humanity had never seen anything like it. Their planet, once silent and passive, had become their greatest ally. Hiro Tanaka, trapped in Tokyo under collapsed buildings, watched the readings from a portable device. It measured geomagnetic pulses and subtle vibrations in the crust. He realized that these pulses aligned perfectly with alien movements. "It's like the Earth knows where they are," he muttered. "It's guiding us." Humans began to coordinate with this force. Scientists and engineers communicated via secure channels, sharing knowledge and observations. They designed new strategies that combined human intelligence with Earth's natural power. Lightning rods were used to direct storms. Tunnels were reinforced to channel underground tremors. And satellites were repurposed to amplify geomagnetic pulses. Captain Lara Singh and her team moved cautiously through Manhattan, placing small devices in strategic locations. Each device amplified the subtle energy the Earth was sending out. When the aliens approached, their ships faltered, weapons jammed, and drones crashed. It was not a coincidence. Humans were learning to fight alongside their planet. The alien commanders grew frustrated. They had expected an easy victory. Their fleets were technologically superior, their weapons unmatched. Yet every move they made was countered by a force they could not see, a force they could not understand. The humans' resistance seemed limitless, and the Earth itself became a weapon in their hands. In Nairobi, Aisha Kamau led a group of survivors through the streets. She had seen too many people die, too many buildings destroyed, but now there was hope. Trees bent and swayed unnaturally, creating barriers that blocked alien patrols. Animals moved with uncanny coordination, alerting humans to ambushes and dangers. Nature itself had joined the fight. "It's like the planet knows we're alive," Aisha said, her voice shaking with awe. "It's protecting us." The aliens, meanwhile, were forced to adapt. Their sensors could not track Earth's movements accurately. Their algorithms failed. Ships collided, weapons misfired, and communication lines broke. They had underestimated the humans and the planet that nurtured them. Hero and Marco managed to transmit their findings to global resistance leaders. "Earth is responding," Hero said. "It's alive. It's helping us fight back. We can use this. We can turn it into a weapon." Elena Reyes nodded. "Not a weapon in the usual sense," she replied. "This is not about destroying. It's about guiding the planet's energy to defend itself and its people. We have to learn, observe, and work with it." And so humanity began a new kind of battle. Not one fought with only guns and missiles, but one fought with strategy, intelligence, and unity with their world. Every city, every bunker, every hidden laboratory became part of a network that communicated with Earth's energy. Humans and planet worked as one, creating defenses that were impossible for the aliens to predict. Captain Lara Singh led her team to the top of the Empire State Building. From there, she could see alien ships struggling against sudden magnetic storms, their drones falling from the sky. "This is only the beginning," she said. Her eyes glinted with determination. "We are not just survivors. We are the planet's army." By the end of the second day, the tide began to shift. Alien patrols retreated from some cities, confused and damaged. Communications between alien ships were constantly disrupted. Humans, once on the run, began to strike back, using traps, energy-guided weapons, and the planet's own power. The first taste of victory filled them with hope and courage. And deep within the Earth, the energy grew stronger. It pulsed with intelligence, sensing the unity of humans and planet as a single force. It was patient, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash its full power. The aliens thought they were winning, but in truth, they had only awakened a force that could not be measured by technology or strategy alone. Dr. Elena Reyes stood on a hill outside London, watching the night sky. Lightning flashed across the clouds, striking alien positions far below. She smiled faintly. "They think they control us," she said softly. "But we are not alone. Earth fights with us." Captain Lara Singh and Hiro Tanaka shared the same thought in different parts of the world. Humans had learned a critical lesson. No technology, no matter how advanced, could ever replace courage, intelligence, and unity. And when those qualities combined with the power of their planet, nothing, not even the strongest alien fleet, could stand against them. The night ended with hope in the hearts of humans. Cities lay in ruins and millions had suffered, but a new strength had awakened. Earth and its people were no longer passive. They were alive, aware, and ready. And somewhere deep below the surface, the heartbeat of the planet pulsed faster, sensing the resolve of humanity. It would wait no longer. Soon it would strike. The dawn broke slowly over Earth, burning through the smoke and dust of ruined cities. The alien fleet still dominated the skies, but its confidence had vanished. They had underestimated humanity, and worse, they had underestimated the planet itself. Now the balance of power was shifting, and humans were ready to reclaim their world. Captain Lara Singh stood on the rooftop of a partially destroyed building in Manhattan. Her eyes scanned the horizon where alien ships hovered, damaged but still threatening. She adjusted the energy amplifier devices humans had placed across the city. Each one was connected to the subtle pulses of the Earth. "This is it," she said to her team. "Earth has awakened, and so have we. Today we fight not just for survival, but for victory." Across the globe, similar preparations were underway. In Tokyo, Hiro Tanaka coordinated teams to amplify seismic activity under alien bases. In Nairobi, Aisha Kamau directed controlled storms that disabled alien weaponry. Scientists and engineers transmitted real-time data to every human stronghold, creating a network that combined human intelligence with the planet's ancient energy. The aliens noticed the change immediately. Their ship shuddered under unexpected electromagnetic pulses. Weapons jammed, shields flickered, and navigation systems failed. Every attack they launched was countered with precision. For the first time they felt fear, not fear of humans but fear of Earth itself. Elena Reyes stood on a hill outside London, her eyes closed as she felt the energy of the planet. She focused on channeling it through the devices humans had created. Every pulse of lightning, every rumble of the ground, every wave crashing against alien ships was controlled with careful precision. It was a symphony of destruction, but not indiscriminate. Earth's energy struck only the invaders, sparing humans and their cities whenever possible. The humans moved in perfect coordination. Small strike teams attacked alien patrols using traps in the planet's energy to disable enemy forces. Lava from volcanic activity destroyed supply lines. Tsunamis swept alien vehicles into the sea. Storms grounded aircraft and tore apart energy shields. Every action was precise, a combination of human strategy and Earth's natural force. Captain Lara Singh led her team toward a central alien command ship hovering over the city. The ship was enormous, bristling with weapons, but it faltered under Earth's assault. Devices on rooftops amplified magnetic pulses that short-circuited its systems. Thunder roared as lightning struck its hull, and the once confident alien crew scrambled to maintain control. "We have them on the ropes," Lara said, her voice steady. "Move forward." In space, other human-controlled devices worked in unison. Satellites channeled Earth's energy into concentrated pulses that disabled alien fleet formations. Ships that had seemed unstoppable now drifted helplessly. Weapons offline, engines sputtering. It was the perfect combination of human innovation and planetary power. Hiro Tanaka directed an operation beneath Tokyo. Using underground tunnels and geothermal vents, he triggered controlled tremors that toppled alien walkways and crushed armored units. His team moved quickly, rescuing humans trapped by the initial attacks while simultaneously dismantling enemy positions. Every step was carefully planned, and every action relied on Earth's energy as much as human ingenuity. Aisha Kamau coordinated similar strikes in Africa. Lightning guided by specially placed rods struck alien machinery. Wind and storm disrupted their formations. Birds and other wildlife, previously disoriented, now acted in coordination with humans to sabotage enemy patrols. Nature itself had become a soldier in humanity's army. The aliens fought desperately, but their technology could not withstand the combined force of humans and planet. Their ships crashed into oceans, their patrols fell into traps, and their bases were destroyed. Even their retreat was slowed by sudden earthquakes and unexpected storms. Captain Lara Singh finally reached the central command ship. The alien crew was panicked, their systems failing one by one. Lara's team moved with precision, disabling the remaining weapons and capturing the command crew. The humans were victorious in this small battle, but it was only the beginning. Across the globe, victories multiplied. Cities that had been destroyed now served as bases for counterattacks. The aliens could no longer move freely, no longer strike without consequence. They had awakened a force they could not control, and humans had learned to wield it. The planet itself seemed to respond to the final stages of battle. Volcanoes erupted with precision. Tsunamis struck at critical points and lightning storms shattered remaining alien weapons. It was a war fought not just with human hands, but with the pulse of Earth itself. Elena Reyes watched the energy readings, amazed. "We did it," she whispered. "We are part of something greater than ourselves. Earth fights with us, and together we are unstoppable." By the end of the final day, the alien fleet was annihilated. Ships that had once terrorized the planet now floated as lifeless debris. The command centers were destroyed, and the surviving alien crew fled into the unknown, leaving Earth behind. Humans had triumphed not through raw power alone, but through courage, strategy, ingenuity, and unity with their planet. Captain Lara Singh surveyed the ruins of Manhattan. Fires still burned and the city was scarred, but humanity had survived. They had fought against impossible odds and emerged victorious. And beneath their feet, the Earth pulsed with a slow, steady rhythm, a reminder of the power that had helped them win. Hiro Tanaka, Aisha Kamau, and Elena Reyes joined Lara at the rooftop. They looked out at the horizon where the sun began to rise. Humanity had been tested and it had proven its strength. The planet had fought with them, responding to their courage and intelligence. Together, they had created a force no invader could overcome. Today, Lara said, her voice strong, we send a message to the galaxy. Humans are not weak. We are not to be underestimated. And our planet, our home, will always fight with us. The survivors nodded, understanding the truth. They had not only defended their world, they had awakened a partnership with Earth itself. It was a bond that could not be broken, a strength that could not be measured by technology alone. As humans began rebuilding their cities, they carried a new sense of pride and purpose. They had faced annihilation, yet they had responded with courage, intelligence, and unity. Earth had responded with no mercy, and together, humans and their planet had become an unstoppable force. Somewhere deep within the planet, the energy pulsed with a slow, steady heartbeat, as if satisfied. Humans had survived, and Earth had shown the galaxy that its children were strong, creative, and unstoppable. A new era had begun, an era where humanity would never again be underestimated, and so the legend was born. They annihilated our world, and Earth responded with no mercy.